All right, we are getting romantic with our chocolates and our bottle of bubbly for Valentine's Day. And as it turns out, it's also healthy to show love and appreciation to your significant other every day, not necessarily by buying them the fancy chocolates and gifts.
In the spirit of Valentine's Day, we're talking about the 5 love languages. And here to tell us how is Lisa Haisha, counselor and women's advocate. Lisa, thank you so much for joining us. Kristina has been talking about this all week, these 5 love languages.
So excited.
Yes.
What the heck is she talking about?
They're fantastic. They're a great communication tool. I use it all the time in my soul blazing practice.
Okay.
Communication is the biggest problem that affects almost everyone. It affects your health, your wealth, your interpersonal relationships, working with your colleagues. And if you just learn a few simple tools, your life will flow.
And so this is where the 5 love languages come in, right?
Absolutely.
So, okay. First of all, so this is interesting only because apparently each person has maybe a different love language.
Yes.
Right? So can we go over real quick what those love languages
Absolutely.
are? So we have it here on the screen. I know we could start with, let's see here, words of affirmation. That's the first. And so can you tell us about words of affirmation? What does that mean?
It means people who like to be told, you're beautiful. God, I love your dress. That color looks so pretty on you. Or, oh, you're very smart. Or, you did a good job. And that really makes them feel loved compared to doing something else.
So let's put this into perspective. So for instance, if Luis, you are a words of affirmation kind of guy, I need to make sure as his work wife that I should be saying, Luis, this red looks fabulous.
Well, thank you.
Okay, keeping that in mind.
You should do that.
Anyway, I shouldn't be doing it anyway.
And if you do a different type of love language, he may not feel it, and the conflict ensues. Because if yours is something else, like personal touch or quality time, then you're trying to give him that, and he's like, I don't receive love that way. I receive it this way.
Okay, so let's go to the next one. What's the next slide? So the next love language, acts of service.
Yes.
What is this?
I love acts of service.
Okay.
Mine's quality time and acts of service. Acts of service is when you actually do something for someone. Like if you come to work and Luis has your coffee for you or does something, you're going, God, that was so sweet. That's how I receive love. He could say, oh, you look beautiful, but if you don't have the cup of coffee, you're going to go, that's nice, but where's my coffee?
There you go, there you go.
Oh, I have to admit, I like that one.
I do too. I think I do too. Let's move on because there's plenty more. Okay.
Receiving gifts.
Yes.
Who doesn't like to receive gifts, right?
Everyone loves receiving gifts, but this is not necessarily materialistic.
Okay.
It is about thoughtfulness.
Okay.
Like, for example, today if Luis came and brought you a piece of chocolate, or gave you a little gift, just anything, a little memento on a trip, just something that says, I'm thinking about you. And I care about you.
Yeah.
I've
done that.
Good,
Okay. Moving on, what do we have next?
Quality time.
Quality time.
Yes, quality time is key. That's actually my love language.
Okay.
The first, yes, quality time is when you actually like to spend time with family and friends. And if they don't have time for you, but they're buying you gifts or they call you and say, God, I saw you on that. You were great. That doesn't fill your heart.
Sure.
It doesn't feed your soul. So quality time is actually spending time like this and socializing and really and looking at each other and talking and
And we have one
sharing.
more?
We have one more, I believe. Here it is, physical touch.
Yes.
Okay, obviously. Physical touch. I mean, then we are getting physical here. Okay, but it's not just like getting super intimate or physical. It's holding hands.
It's just touching, even like this. Hi, good morning, instead of good morning. Some people just like that connection, especially with a spouse or a colleague, to throw your arm around them or pat someone on the back instead of good job, patting them on the good job.
Okay.
It just makes them feel connected.
So are you saying we have to do all 5 or do people respond to one more than the other?
People respond to one or possibly 2 more than the other.
Okay.
Yeah, I like quality time and acts of service, like both of those are.
Sure. So I'm thinking as a couple, this might be a fun little thing where maybe the both of you can look through the 5 love languages and identify which ones you relate to, and then that way you and your couple can start doing these every day. And so Valentine's Day doesn't have to be just a day for gifts. I mean, you could be working on Valentine's Day every single day.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it really does help improve your love life and your work life.
Okay, so real quick, now we know Lisa's. What is yours, do you think, just by going over the 5?
I do like when people do something for me.
The acts of service.
Yes, the acts of service.
I think that is. Yeah, I do relate to that. But you know what I think? I think I'm more physical touch. Do you notice? I know he freaks out, but sometimes I'll be like, "Oh, Luis, ha ha ha!" And I'll do one of these, and he's just like,
she's smacking me around.
and he's like, "What is going on?" But it's
coming
just,
out of nowhere.
I tend to do that even when I'm talking. I just happen to do this to the shoulder, and it's not. It's just with everyone when I feel a connection with you.
But do you like receiving it?
Yes, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
Wonderful.
okay.
So we're quality time, physical touch,
Yes.
and acts of service.
There we go.
All
There
right,
you
if
go.
people have more questions about this, how can they get a hold of you?
Yeah.
Oh, they could go to lisahaisha.com. That's
Okay.
LASAHAISHA.com.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Lisa, this was too much fun. We didn't have enough time.
I know,
we have
but
to
it's good
run.
communication skills, and I teach communication skills, and there's so much
Perfect.
more to this with the verbal, nonverbal, paraverbal,
Oh, okay.
Yes,
This
and
was
tie
awesome.
that in with this,
This was
and
awesome.
voila.
Now I finally know what the heck Kristina was talking about already.
Yes. So what we may have to have you back on, Lisa.
I
Okay.
would love that. Thank you so much,
All
and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy